The following podcast is intended for mature audiences. If you enjoy our work, please like, comment, subscribe, and follow the links in the description. Thanks for your support, and enjoy.
Greetings and salutations, listener. It is I, Eric J. Chucci, joined, as always, by my fellow sufferer, the boy.
Hey.
This is the Two Nerds Podcast. We are talking about Fastlane 2017.
And we're going to engage in an experiment with you today, listener. Normally what we do is we give a quick overview of the pay-per-view as it was, and then go through the matches point by point, taking however long it takes. This day, we're going to take a cue from the WWE, because I'd like to think the WWE would give a main event of a wrestling pay-per-view the amount of time they feel is necessary to convey a proper story. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cover every match on this card in no more time than the main event of the Fastlane pay-per-view for 2017. Now, we know how much time that is, and my friend White Raven is on the clock here. So, rather than doing the spoiler-free version, we'll just do point by point, and then we can go back and talk about the show as a whole at our leisure. But,
So yeah, if you don't want spoilers, maybe you don't listen.
Yeah.
You know what? Just don't listen. Just thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment on how much you like us, and go kiss your loved ones.
You don't have to... No one's making you be here.
No.
We had to be here. Just save yourself.
Yeah.
Shall we begin? Let me know when you want to start the time.
Why don't we go for it now?
All right. So the first match was Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn, and this match, I think, was fairly garbage. Would you agree?
I expected this to be the match of the night, honestly, and these guys did not work well together. Joe was like an angry potato, and Sami Zayn was something that a potato fights.
And to be honest, the weirdest part of that was...
And that's time.
Okay, all right. Next one is going to be Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass for the Raw Tag Team titles. And I would say that this was a tag team match that existed.
It was okay. The promo wasn't even that good, which is what surprised me a little more.
Yeah, I mean, it was mediocre. The whole thing,
That's time.
Okay.
Right.
The next one was Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. Boy, I don't remember this match happening at all. I genuinely don't remember this match happening at all.
Trixie seems to remember the match. Trixie
she
has
really
some
wants
great
to play.
input on...
No, she doesn't. She just wants to have her carrot. Okay.
All right. Well, anyway, even with that interruption, this was not good. I mean, it was what it was. It was a squash match. A long one where the other person got offense, but that was it. And I think we're about time, so.
Okay. Let's do... Oh, good. This is the part where a Raw happened. In the middle of the show.
Yeah.
And just a Raw. Just a section of a Raw. And Cesaro versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal really needs a wellness test, I think.
He got jacked, dude. That looks good.
I think maybe he needs a test. Cesaro wins. We haven't actually managed to get to the winner in most of these matches.
Well, this was second best match of the night. Oh. I really had fun watching this match. Both of these guys did really well.
It was a fun Raw match, but it was just out of nowhere.
Match. Had nothing to do with anything except for like this wasn't the kind of shit you see on a pay-per-view. This doesn't matter.
I'm fairly certain that's time.
Yeah, that's time. Jesus.
So Big Show beat Rusev.
Rusev cut his hair. Rusev beat Rusev.
Yeah, but there was a funny moment where he kicked him 3 times, and that finally brought the Big Show down. He was like, 3 kicks. 3 Machka kicks.
I don't know.
It was the only part of the match I really remember. Big Show wins in classic Big Show fashion by...
No, he murdered him.
Clubbering a man to death. And
3 choke slams and a punch, and that's time, by the way.
Okay, goody. Then we have the best match of the night. Absolutely undisputed
down.
Best match of the night. Neville beat Gentleman Jack Gallagher, and Gentleman Jack Gallagher and Neville put on one fucking hell of a show.
It was spectacular. It was fantastic. It was amazing. Jack Gallagher is probably my favorite singles wrestler right now, and I guess he's actually on the Raw roster. So what do you fucking know? I actually give a shit about somebody on the actual main roster who isn't a girl.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. Neville's great. Neville's doing Tiny Triple H, and that's awesome. As we are.
I don't like Tiny Triple H. I didn't like original Triple H.
So now let's go to the next match. Let's see here. I'm just gonna wait for a whole second. There we go. And Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Look, you know me. You know I'm the Roman Reigns fan. This match wasn't good. It was as good as it could be with Braun Strowman in it.
And Roman Reigns was, I wouldn't say phoning it in.
No, he was doing a good, credible job of being an underdog.
Yeah, but that's not a role he plays well. He's the big dog.
Yeah, but he was up against a bigger dog.
Everyone's a dog. That's like time.
Okay, good. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. Look, I'm not happy about the main event, but this was the shitty booking botch of the night.
No, this was fucking garbage. The match wasn't that great either.
The match was okay. They botched a couple spots. It wasn't anything.
Charlotte Flair was in the match.
It wasn't anything to write home about. It was hands down the shittiest booking decision of the night, and that's including, I believe that's time, our main event, Kevin Owens versus Goldberg. 23 goddamned seconds bell to bell. Actually, 22, but Wikipedia gave him an extra second, so we have as well. What the absolute diddle fuck?
Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. We're not quite at time yet, but let's just go ahead and let's start from the bottom and get here. Because you know what? At least that way we end on brighter notes.
Fair enough. That took the entire card at the length of the main event, took a little over 6 minutes.
Oh, and that's with our intro, so.
With our intro, with interruptions from cats, I needed to make a point.
Like, this card, this fucking card, we have been dreading this for like 3 weeks now. You've actually been watching the build-up.
I have. I wanted to take, they gave Bray Wyatt a championship, so I was watching their weekly shows. Decided to watch Raw and SmackDown. Fair shake to both. I've been watching this build-up. Every Raw leading up to this has been mediocre at best. It was a shitty build-up to a shitty card.
This was just bad booking from the inside out. This was... like, okay, this is another one of these examples. We've said this a lot on the show before, but this is it again, where you've got a match that you've built where there's no good decision out of it.
They had like 4 of those.
Yeah, it was most of the fucking card, except for the 2 matches they wedged in there.
Like Goldberg versus Kevin Owens. That you booked it as a mistake. There's no way out of here. Either you put the title on Goldberg, which is a bad call, and you have him wrestle a match where he'll gas out and look old, and it'll ruin your Goldberg build for Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, which you have to fucking have. Or you squash Kevin Owens and you give the title to Goldberg. Still a bad call, and you bury Kevin Owens, and by extension, you bury the rest of the roster even more than they were already buried by having Goldberg crush Brock Lesnar. Or you have Kevin Owens win and Goldberg's fucked, or you have Kevin Owens lose via some other shenanigans and everyone's mad that you did a shenanigans. You can't win. There's no way out.
Except, ironically, the crowd was into almost this entire pay-per-view. The only matches where they were a little more quiet were, I think, Big Show versus Rusev. They didn't seem to give much of a shit.
To be fair, Big Show was in that match.
And Charlotte Flair versus Bayley, they didn't give much of a shit.
That's Bayley's fault. Fully.
Yeah?
Charlotte Flair, she might not be the most... Her work rate might not be the best. She put her fucking working boots on when it came to the build of this match. She talked a good game. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what quaalude she's on, but giving promos on the main roster turns Bayley into a rambling, just mess.
Well, and it might be like the way she's being directed. You know what I mean?
You think she's being directed to sound genuinely like she's high on meth?
Well, like she's a fan. Like she doesn't get it. She can't do a promo because she doesn't belong.
That'd be... If I ever find out that she's been given that direction, I will find the person who gave it to her and slap them. And if it's another wrestler who will beat my ass, it will be worth it because that's fucking retarded.
Well, if it's Goldberg, you should be fine.
I mean, I just get him in a headlock.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's super easy.
Fucking kryptonite.
Brock Lesnar. Brock,
headlocks.
Headlocks. I know you like suplexes. Go for headlocks. Headlocks are a thing.
Jesus.
But it's the crowd not being into that match was fully Bayley's fault. Bayley's promos had been just... I had watched her kill 3 crowds in the lead up to this show.
It was also a slow match.
It was a slow match. It wasn't an entertaining match. And it was a match that everyone knew the result to because, well, everyone thought we knew the result because we aren't all brain dead.
Well, before we get back to that, before we get into that shit, because I'm not quite done with the main event. Because we got 20 minutes to kill. Goldberg. I don't know why he's working right now. Pure nostalgia is my only assumption.
He's getting the most ridiculous, everything that the internet claims to hate. He's an old guy with no moves and a shitty work rate who's a part-timer who's coming in for the main event at WrestleMania, taking that spot away from a hard-working, week-to-week star. He's everything the fucking internet wrestling community claims to hate, and they all love him, and I don't fucking know why. It's got to be nostalgia. It has to be. And I wasn't a WCW kid, so I don't have the nostalgia goggles on, so I recognize this for the shit fest that it is.
I wasn't either, but even when I did watch it, I didn't like Goldberg.
No, because he has 3 moves.
Right. Well,
at least Cena had 5.
Hey, Cena keeps coming out with cool shit.
No, but in the meme, the internet meme of Cena, 5 moves of doom, lol, lol, lol. Yeah, he's got 2 more than Bill ever had.
But that's all it is. It's this weird negazone. And then the funny thing is, kayfabe is dead, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we like to pretend, and they still have their stories. But it says right on the fucking disclaimer before you watch shit on the WWE Network, these are actors.
Kayfabe's been dead for years. It's a show. Look, I don't think Jon Snow is real either, but, you can still be invested in the characters.
Right, and Bill Goldberg exists in this weird negazone where kayfabe being dead it never happened, I guess.
For whatever reason, kayfabe is dead, except that everyone in the world believes Bill Goldberg is still the mystical spear human who can magically beat everyone, despite the fact that he's in his, legitimately 50s? I don't remember.
I don't know off the top of my head. You have access to the quieter Wikipedia if you care to look it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And he's not great. And remember that other match with Brock Lesnar years ago? Remember how The Rock failed to get Goldberg over? What is this? What is this?
Dude, you're asking the wrong...
Well, I'm asking...
He's 50.
I'm asking Ultimo Dragon.
He's literally fucking 50.
And that's not even too old to wrestle, man. Ric Flair wrestled some great matches in his time. But Bill Goldberg gets gassed out getting down to the ring.
Fuck getting down to the ring. Bill Goldberg gets gassed out standing on the fucking stage, doing 1 forward kick and 2 punches, and then he breathes heavy the entire way down the ring. He gets gassed out doing his own stage part of his own entrance, not even the whole goddamn thing.
My fat ass has problems getting up and down the stairs at night, but I can still do 2 punches and a kick and not breathe heavy.
And you know what? Even if that wasn't the case, you aren't a professional wrestler.
No, my body is not... Oh, that's my point, really. My body is not tuned for this shit. I haven't practiced every day to be roughly triangular and lift men.
To be fair, it also might be that, I guess, breathing like a bull in heat is his shtick?
I mean, maybe.
He's supposed to look like he's just punched a gorilla to death right after his entrance?
Remember when Cena was sad about Harambe? I miss those days.
Fuck it, I miss a lot of days. I'd honestly rather go back and watch the Nexus.
Yeah, I think this is just not... It's bad booking across the card. At least the Nexus was just the main event. Well, just the latter half of the show.
Yeah. We've already given this match literally an order of magnitude more than it existed for. I'm moving the fuck on.
Yeah, that's fine, because I was out of stuff to say anyway, but the worst booking decision is yet to come. I'm going to let you start. I'm going to let you spin your wheels as fast and far as you can spin them, because you got way more passion about this than I do.
This was... it's very simple. I've boiled it down into one phrase, because I've had to say it a bunch today to all of the people at my day job who like wrestling, because This was a once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-career, literally once ever, because we're out of flares, opportunity. You have Ric Flair's last remaining wrestling child. You have their beginning of their career. They're undefeated at pay-per-views. They're at 15-0. I shouldn't need to explain to you why 16-0 is a thing you want to have happen, and then you have them lose clean because they're a heel, you fucking dumbass, on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania for your big face pop, for your big face champion Bayley. This was booking so goddamn simple to get right. Not just simple, not just predictable, but simple to get right, that you had to be actively trying to fuck it up. And you managed it. And you ruined a literally one-time ever opportunity. You can't do this again. It's impossible. You fucked it. Are you proud?
And, I mean, was that your portion?
I'm good, yeah.
This is ignoring the fact that, trust me, I'm not trying to downplay the boy here at all or anything. Guys, you weren't here last night. He threw a vase. There was a small man who wandered into our house to ask for help, and he kicked him square in the jubblies. It was a mad fellow. He had the passion. I just don't want to catch his ire again. He's giving me that eye. No, I'm not trying to downplay him at all because 110% I agree with him. You screwed the pooch on this. But even without that, even if the WWE was like, okay, yeah, that's cool and everything, but we didn't want to do that for whatever reason. I mean, you're missing out, but whatever. It's your company. You can throw it in the toilet if you want, I guess. Booking-wise, this match. When they had Bayley win the title on a Raw weeks ago, I was like, oh, this is going to be dumb. You have blown it. Because what have we been saying? Since last year, listener. Last year we have been booking this shit, and I don't do fantasy booking. All you have to do is have this Sasha versus Charlotte thing play out until it's feasible for it to become Bayley versus Charlotte.
And then you have Charlotte chase until WrestleMania. This isn't hard. This is not hard.
Because Bayley gets her first big title win on the grandest stage of them all, the heel that we have hated for, my God, exactly 16 pay-per-views. Just want to touch on that one more time. The timing is perfect. Finally gets her comeuppance, and we all get to celebrate. Is it predictable? Yes. But this is one of those things where the predictable thing is a good thing.
Daniel Bryan winning the World Heavyweight title at that WrestleMania was predictable.
And you guys loved that shit. You ate that shit up. You were like, awesome, we're selling tickets and t-shirts and fake beards.
Y'all still do fucking video packages of that shit. Just because it's predictable doesn't mean it's the wrong call. Stop trying to fucking swerve us. Stop being Vince Russo.
No. Do you see TNA? Do you see where it is? The only reason it's still afloat is the Hardys and they're in Ring of Honor now. What's TNA going to do?
They're not TNA anymore.
Well, yeah, they're the Impact. They're technically still... It's complicated. Whatever. What's fucking Smashing Pumpkins Road Wrestling Show?
Yeah, good.
They couldn't. I don't think he's even affiliated with them more.
No, he sold his... Whatever. I don't fucking care.
Whatever, yeah.
Move on.
Honestly, it's just a better topic, and I want to talk about that more. But above and beyond all of that, you come into this match, face champion, heel challenger. You're going to give away Charlotte Flair's streak, regardless of the number, on Fastlane?
And you're going to have Bayley, your triumphant face champion, who already won the title under sketchy circumstances because for some reason faces aren't allowed to even the odds anymore. That's a separate pet peeve I have. You're going to have her win under even sketchier circumstances where someone literally interfered on her behalf. They fought at ringside, and the ref just decided that wasn't a DQ anymore.
He just watched it happen. It was like, I'm powerless to stop this.
He just fucking did Judge. He went Mills Lane and went, I'll allow it, and moved on.
It was, I mean...
Like, I guess he hates Charlotte too?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's like, yeah, Sasha Banks. Maybe he heard that Spade remark that fucking what's his name said. He was like, you know what? You get some, Sasha. Corey Graves is the one who said it.
Fucking, Side note, the commentary was garb all night too.
I've been watching
By the end of the show, they were checked out.
I've been watching old WCW for the last, 3 years. And, like, the commentary back then was bad, too. But it was a different kind of bad. It's that earnest, over-the-top, we have no idea what we're doing because we're still in new territory bad.
And you know what? I've been watching, I've gone back and watched a couple Attitude Era and then, like, really early Ruthless Aggression Era pay-per-views. And, look, I love JR, but he's not perfect either.
Good God, no.
And King, well, you know how they say 4chan was never good?
Yeah.
But it wasn't this bad. It wasn't what I have to deal with now. And Michael Cole has earned my respect as a person. But
he's working to lose it.
God damn, if I don't want to slap Maggle across his fucking mouth sometimes.
I don't get why this is working at all. I don't get why people like this.
But yeah, the fucking crowd was super...
Like, yeah, the crowd
whole internet hates the show. For once me and the internet agree, the crowd was into it.
Yeah, the crowd loved it.
The crowd even loved this next match.
Yeah. We're going backwards. I've lost all track of...
Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman.
Oh my God.
They were super lit. They were fucking on their feet for this stupid shit.
All right, do you have anything to say about this shit?
Yes, two things.
Okay, go for it.
One, this was as good a match as it could possibly be with someone as new as Braun Strowman, who I like as a person. He's a nice guy. Why the fuck is he getting this push? I feel like I'm living in the Roman Reigns universe with everyone else now, only it's Braun. And Roman Reigns not a nice guy.
It's a dick.
But... It was. I don't dislike this match. I don't think it was very good, but I think it was the best match it could possibly have been. And Roman Reigns finally hit the version of his spear where he does the shout first.
That's right.
Which he hasn't done in 8 goddamn months at least. And it finally puts that back into rotation as a thing that might happen ever. So that part of his match is no longer super predictable. And what's more is now you have a separate move to sell. You could have people kick out of his regular spear occasionally, so you don't have to quite as heavily protect his regular finisher, which I know you want to protect finishers, internet. Calm down. Sometimes someone kicking out of a finisher is cool. But then you can have the charge-up version, the setup version, like when Edge used to set up his spear, or Shawn Michaels used to tune up the band. It gets reversaled a lot, but when they hit it, they win. End of fucking story.
I think signatures used to be the big thing, like what you could kick out of. But then they stopped having people win on signatures.
Ever. You know what? That's not true. Samoa Joe won a match with his Uranage during the build to this pay-per-view against Cesaro.
Uranage is a finisher-level move, though, to be fair.
But it's one of his signatures.
Sure. Unlike Charlotte Flair, whose finisher is a big boot.
No, she has natural selection. It's like a fucking float over snap.
Did we finally move the big boot back down to signature where it fucking belongs?
I think so.
Good.
She's won the last couple times I've seen her.
You win week-to-week matches on the signature. You don't win the pay-per-view on your signature. Unless it's been like a crazy pay-per-view. And like, oh my god, you fought forever and this didn't work and that didn't work and your finisher didn't work. You won on your signature. That's fine. The damage is done. It's like Smash Brothers. Eventually
they're at 400%.
You're at 400.
You'll eventually cherry tap them off the screen.
You can do Luigi's taunt and send them into the fucking stratosphere. No, the thing I wanted to talk about is I have a pet theory now. Okay, remember how the phrase is "make Roman look strong"?
This fucking theory is great.
I feel like late last year, in a meeting, Vince said he was trying to remind everybody we want to make Roman look strong, and instead he said make Strowman look strong.
Like he just stumbled over his words.
He stumbled over his words. He switched the ST from strong to Roman, and then recovered in time to say strong.
Makes Strowman look strong.
Yeah, right. And then he didn't correct himself, and everyone was like, "All right, everyone, we need to make Braun Strowman look really fucking strong."
It was just like the end of the meeting, and someone was like, "We'll get right on that, Vince." And then he immediately got way too embarrassed, and he's just been too embarrassed this whole time to correct anyone.
Yeah, to be like, "Oh no, don't! Why did you push Braun Strowman?" He can't even do a big boot right. No, that was Big Show.
Big Show fucked up a big boot.
Big Show fucked up. And it wasn't even the kind where you run at a guy and lift your leg to boot them.
He fucked up the big boot where you lift up your own leg.
God damn it, Show. You look good.
He looks the best I've seen him in years, but...
Since he was in WCW, where the big boys play, he looks the best he's been since then, but nope. Fucking nope. Maybe Shaq will be back in. Maybe he saw that match and he's like, all right, I can do this.
Yeah, I can handle this guy. Fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah. The match happened. Roman wins. Lol. And Undertaker...
Oh, yeah, he did, and that was the dumbest shit, too.
Nah, Roman going over was good.
I mean, but, like, why? Why did we have to bury Sami Zayn and whoever the fuck else Braun Strowman has eaten over the last year? I don't think losing this match harmed Braun Strowman. I don't think it buried Sami Zayn. I honestly think that losing this match after the kind of fucking effort Roman had to put into it to put him down and having Strowman get up real soon after that 3 count, I don't think it damaged him at all. I feel like this was a healthy move to push Roman to fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania while at the same time not damage. Because, look, eventually you have to lose. I don't care how strong your push is. Well, no. Look, I'm not arguing for that mentality. You shouldn't have pushed Strowman in the first place.
No, but, I mean, now that he's here, use his heat. Don't let it go to waste. Use it on a main event talent.
I don't use it to fucking cook the fries in the bag.
Okay there, buddy. I feel like you lost control of that one.
You're going to put him under the deep fryer for warmth. He'll boil the oil with his radioactive heat.
I'm going to go to the next match. Is that all right?
It's probably for the best.
Good match. This is a good match. This next one.
Cruiserweight match?
Yeah.
Fucking match of the night. My God, I'm fully marked. I thought Gallagher was going to win it, and I was like... Also, there's a fucking crazy match. His mustache was perfect.
At the end of it, it's just like... I don't know what his mystic power... I do. I own mustache wax.
That's some real good mustache wax. You got to imagine the lip sweat you got under those lights, fighting, a bridge troll who got real jacked.
Fighting a Triple H who was hit with a shrink ray. Come on! Like, he's just like he is Vern Troyer. Paul Levesque saw him and went, oh, mini-me.
God, I hated Triple H's gimmick when he had this gimmick.
You know what? I like Triple H as a character. I think a big part of that is actually because I missed his worst days.
Yeah, you missed the McMahon-Helmsley era.
I don't think I was a fan because Stone Cold was a heel during that, and like it was soon after that when he went to SmackDown and just like fucking spent from the years of like 2003-ish, 4-ish to like 2007 just champion.
I don't think that was on SmackDown, man.
Or it might have been Raw. It was that was the period I stopped watching.
Right.
2004-ish maybe, 2005-ish. No, it was longer. Like 2004 to 2007 when I moved in with you. Is about how long I just didn't watch wrestling. And that was Triple H's, from what I understand, that was his worst time.
Well, I wasn't watching then either. But regardless, I was a fan of Triple H when he was with Face DX.
I liked Face Triple H's run in 2003 too.
It wasn't hateful, but like he built up a lot of bad blood.
He was still Triple H, I understand. Yeah. But like Neville is mini Triple H. And I like it because I like Triple H.
Right, and I don't because I don't.
Nope.
But we can both agree that Jack Gallagher is the
fucking glorious.
He's this tall glass of cold milk that the World Wrestling Entertainment needs
to cure the heartburn that is
the rest of the fucking Raw roster. Move to the next match.
Okay. Are you sure it's the Big Show match?
Big Show can't do a big boot. Next match. Jinder Mahal versus Cesaro. Good match. Solid.
Yeah, why the fuck did it exist? But whatever. I mean, I know why it existed.
Yeah, fucking Rusev and Jinder Mahal had a fight. They broke up. Now they're not friends anymore. And for some reason, that means they both get matches on the pay-per-view against singles opponents. So they got him against...
Mick Foley is legitimately a little senile.
They got it against Cesaro, who came out with... Sheamus.
And then the next one wasn't Sheamus, though. It was, well, it's the Big Show. It's a big bad show tonight, yo. Is it, though? Is it, yo? I don't know.
I think it's just, oh.
I think it is.
Yeah. I always thought it was a big fat show tonight. I was like, rude.
I love that he hates that music.
Me too, because it's bad.
And he knows it's bad, but like it's too late now.
Yep.
I'm moving on.
Yeah, God, fuck.
Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax.
I mean, it happened.
I legitimately didn't remember it till I saw it on the fucking Wikipedia
it was
page.
not. We were playing Marvel Heroes during the first fucking hour and a half of this Raw. Yeah.
You know what?
I'm leaving it.
Next match. The fucking tag match. Luke
Again,
Gallows
it fucking happened. Even the promo was mediocre. I didn't think it was very funny.
It wasn't. That's the thing. None of those punchlines hit.
No.
They were not on their game, and then they lost. And then the match over. Yay! Next match. Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn.
And this was just bad chemistry. Bad chemistry.
And you know what the funny thing is? They've wrestled good matches before.
Yeah, they have. I don't know what the hell. Maybe they were just mad. Maybe they were sandbagging the show.
Because they knew it was going to happen later with Goldberg.
This is all dumb. You want to fight bad? Yeah, let's fight bad.
Like they were just ripping the rest of the roster.
Maybe.
Ripping Vince. But like, also it might just be, everybody has a bad day at the office.
Sure, I'm not going to sit here and hold it against him. It's not like I think Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn suck now. Well, I mean, Sami Zayn sucks so long as he's still on the Raw roster. Hello, new fucking Evan Bourne, but...
Jobber to the stars. Hey, man. It's a job.
Hey, don't worry. Yeah, 7 years from now, he might get a title win over The Miz.
Exactly. Hey, look, it happens. Dolph Ziggler was world champion for a while. You can have a nice long career being jobber to the stars.
Yeah. All right, well, that was the show. Please tell them the lie.
Too real. Too real. Everything's better when nerds talk about it.
Fuck it, let's get hot.